We are at the airport. It is 9:20 p.m. She said past her bedtime. That's crazy. I'm gonna try to sleep on the plane, but I don't know how well that's gonna turn out. I woke up at 4:30 a.m. this morning, so hopefully it's easier, but you never know. But I'm looking out over the plane. It's probably, it's not the one that we're gonna get on. It's not our gate, but it's gigantic. I didn't think that double-decker planes were like an actual real thing. Like, I just thought that was like in movies. So I don't want to get on that plane. That's terrifying to me. That's actually so scary. Like, what? A double-decker plane. I don't know if I'm on the top or the bottom either. That's what she said. I've wanted to go to Italy for so long. I read this book called Love and Gelato back in like 7th grade, 8th grade, and I've been obsessed with that book forever. It's my comfort book. I think I've talked about this before. And I just wanted to go to Italy ever since I read it. Honestly, oh my god, I had hiccups. Honestly, probably before then, but like, I love Italian food. I cannot wait to see like the landscape. Like, can't wait to go to Rome. I can't wait to learn about the history. Like, I don't know. I'm really excited for this, but I am terrified for this plane ride. My anxiety is so bad. We got a travel planner for this trip because none of us have ever been to Italy. The travel company sent us this little stressed pineapple. It's so cute. So that's going in my belt bag, and I'm keeping it on me because I'm very nervous. When my AirPods are going in, I'm doing my noise cancellation, and I'm doing the playlist that helps me fall asleep. So fingers crossed that I'll be able to sleep on the plane despite freaking out, because flying makes me so anxious. It really does. So this was supposed to be a travel vlog and like my first day in Italy, but so much shit has happened. We're gonna reconfigure how I'm gonna do these videos because y'all need to hear this insane story. Like, y'all need to hear what's going on because it's crazy. I'm in my parents' room right now, which is gonna come up again later. Apparently, in Italy and Europe, it's not a thing for like families to share a room, which usually we do. There's only 4 of us, so my parents get one bed and my sister and I get the other. And so my sister and I had our own room, but we had to move, and that's gonna come up later. So we get on the flight to Milan. We get on the flight to Munich, and it's actually fine. Like, I actually slept on the plane. Like, it was, it wasn't that bad. It was just a little cramped, but overall, like, the flight wasn't even that bad, and I'm so glad I slept. Like, I'm so glad I got to sleep because that would have been miserable if I hadn't. So we get to Munich, and it's supposed to be like 2 hours layover. Plenty of time. We go to our gate, like, everything is good. We don't need to collect our bags or anything. But our flight to Milan keeps getting delayed. It's like an hour-long flight. So it's not a huge deal, but it just keeps getting delayed by 20 minutes over and over and over and over and over again. So at this point, we have a driver. We use a travel agency to book this, and they got us a driver, which is like, thank God, because guys, the driving here in Italy, it gives me anxiety, which will come up again later as well, but it's a little scary. So at this point, our driver, like, he can't meet us there, like, it's too late, and so that's really unfortunate. So not only do we owe the driver for that, we now also have to get an Uber. So we're already in a bad mood. We get on this plane. First of all, they finally let us like get boarding. Like, it's not delayed anymore. Like, I think it was delayed actually like 5 or 6 times, but not more than like 10 to 20 minutes each time, or 15 to 20 minutes each time. So we go through we scan our ticket and we go through, and we think we're like going down the hallway to the plane. Nope, we're going down the hallway to a bus, and they pack us in this bus. Like, I thought this was funny. My mom didn't like it, but I thought this was hilarious. They just packed us in there like sardines. Or my dad said we were like a can of biscuits. Like, we were ready to pop. So we get into this bus. It's a miracle it can move because there's so many people on there. And we go to the plane. We're like on the tarmac or whatever it's called, and we get on the plane, like using the stairs, which I haven't done since we went to Yellowstone. And I thought that was interesting. What else was interesting is that there were no baggage trucks anywhere, like those little vehicles that carry the baggage, nowhere to be found. That's gonna come up later. We were just sitting in the plane, not moving, for half an hour, at least. Then some people get on the plane and we're like, oh, maybe we were just waiting for them. Nope, we are sitting there for another 45 minutes. And somewhere in that 45 minutes, my mom realizes, hey, wait a second, they're not putting any baggage on the plane. We can't see it, we can't hear it, we can't feel it. No baggage is going on this plane. So we're like, okay, well, maybe it was delayed somewhere. We hear through the grapevine, nope, they don't know where it is. They don't know where it is. The entire plane's baggage, nowhere to be found. After an hour and a half, 2 hours, they started, once they started giving out waters and little chocolates, we were like, oh boy, we're gonna be here for a little while. We were not moving, and the flight attendants were coming around with a basket of chocolate and handing out water bottles, and we were like, oh boy. Oh my gosh, I was sitting there and I was like, what is going on? My mom was freaking out. My mother was losing her mind. But I was just kind of sitting there well, there was bound to be a bump in the road. So I was like, this is it. We're just running late. It'll be okay. Nope. So, we were already sad that, or not even sad, we were mad that we were delayed so much that we didn't have any transportation from the airport to the hotel. Okay, sorry, we just moved rooms. Not having that transportation from the airport to the hotel was going to cost us extra money. So we were already mad about that, already mad that we were late, there was just a lot, not going our way. Eventually, we hear something happening under the plane. But it's for 5 minutes, and we're like, there's no way all of our baggage was just loaded on in that short amount of time. There's not much going on. So finally they're like, okay, we're gonna take off now, and we go. And my mom realizes that if we landed 3 hours late, they would have to pay us, they would have to reimburse us. So we landed 2 hours and 55 minutes late. They left without the baggage, and we're not sure if that's because they actually just completely lost it, or because they just didn't want to have to pay the fee, and they just left without the baggage instead of trying to find it. We're not really sure what's going on there. My parents think might have happened. That's a possible explanation. My camera's falling again. When we land, they do tell us to go to baggage claim. So we go to we go to baggage claim, and we're sitting there waiting for a substantial amount of time. And so we come in, someone else comes in and he goes, y'all are gonna have to go to Lost and Found. There's zero baggage. No baggage from this flight. Zero baggage. So we're like, okay, perfect. So we go to Lost and Found, and it's not even Lost and Found, it's just a customer service type of thing. And we have to fill out forms and all this stuff, and we just don't have our bags. We have no toiletries. We have, my parents pretty much just had my dad and my sister just pretty much had the clothes that they were wearing and whatever they had with them on the plane. That's it. My mom and I brought a little carry-on bag, and in our itinerary it said your baggage might be delayed, so bring an extra outfit, but it was not supposed to be delayed this much. They literally left without the bags. They did not have the bags. It wasn't just us, it was the whole entire plane that didn't have any bags. So that is incredibly frustrating. So finally, we get out of customer service. They gave us, thank heavens, they gave us these little tiny toiletry bags. Also, at this point, I might add, it's 9 o'clock. It's 8:45, right, p.m. And we're just we've been traveling for over 24 hours. We're just exhausted. So we find an Uber. First of all, finding the Uber was this whole thing, because my dad could not figure out where it was. He was just second guessing everything, and he was it was kind of a disaster. So we finally found the Uber. It was a 50 minute ride from the airport, and we were trying to figure out, we called the concierge at our hotel. because we had to notify them that we were going to be late as well. And we were also like, what do we do for food? What do we do for, like, is there any shops that are open this late? And they were like, restaurants close at 10:30, shops close at 10. And we were like, great. We get to our hotel at like 9:30. We got to check in. Oh my God. When they checked us in, we thought that there was only one room under our name, and we knew that there were supposed to be two, and we were like, oh my God, is this going to be another thing? Like, is this going to be yet another thing that's like holding us back? But they did find the other room, which is good. We were on the third floor, and my parents were on the second floor, and my mom didn't like that at all. We also went up to our room, and half of the lights weren't working, so... But it was like, by the time we got to our room, it was like 11:30, and we were exhausted and we needed to sleep. So we were like, you know what, we're just gonna figure this out in the morning. So we finally get all settled in our hotel. It's like we literally go upstairs and we drop off our bags, and we run back downstairs. My dad goes to get food. My mom, my sister, and I go to get clothes. Like this morning we were supposed to do a boat tour. More on that later, but we didn't have any clothes. Like, we just had our traveling clothes. So we went, my sister got a bathing suit and a dress, and I got a dress, and my mom got a dress. My sister's dress fit her, but it was like, there was an issue with the top. I don't remember what. I think maybe it broke. And like, so she had to like wear what she wore yesterday, which she was not happy about. My dad wore what he wore yesterday. My mom wore her new dress. It actually fit. My dress was ginormous. I'm going to see if I can insert the picture of me in this dress. But it was huge on me. Like, I don't know if the picture even does it justice. It was huge on me. I didn't realize it was going to be that big. We walked into the store 10 minutes before it closed, so I didn't have time to try it on. So we're running in the store, we run back out, like, go back to the hotel. My dad has food, thank heavens. We rush up to his room and we're like, give us this food. My sister has a horrible migraine. I don't, thank heavens. But we go up to our room and we're like, okay, so we have no bags whatsoever, like no pajamas. So we were literally just sleeping in the clothes that we've been in for over 24 hours, which was so uncomfortable. I felt so dirty. And I couldn't fall asleep. After all of that traveling and all of the stress of the day, I couldn't fall asleep. So I was not having fun. But so we wake up this morning and it's storming. It's storming, and we're like, oh my God, we can't go on the lake. We were supposed to spend the day in Como, and we were supposed to do a boat tour on the lake. And that didn't end up happening because it was storming, and this is literally like the one day it's supposed to storm. Like, all the storms were supposed to be gone the day that we arrived, but this one just decided to hang around. So it's been storming most of the day. There was a break up for a little while. So basically what we did is we still went to the tour, like we still had our tour guide, but she just showed us kind of around the lake and the towns surrounding the lake. We did a wine tasting and some chocolate and gelato. It was really good. And I didn't end up vlogging it because it was storming and it would have been miserable, and my mom was like not in a good mood at all. So, but then after that we went somewhere else. But so, we had to change rooms because some of the lights weren't working for most of the day. Cause like we still don't have our luggage. So we just moved all of our stuff into our parents' room, and we went out and we did our thing in Milan and Como. And, we just got back and they moved us to this room, just a couple minutes ago, 9 minutes ago. And it's gorgeous. I'm going to give you guys a room tour. And the room number is 222. So fingers crossed that gives us some more good luck. So, like, I feel like I'm not describing it effectively. We thought our bags were completely lost. We didn't realize at first that they knew very well where the bags were. They just weren't putting them on the plane for some reason. Like, we thought they had lost all of our bags. And then they found the bags, but not mine. And I have jewelry in there that I can't replace. I have my sister's hairdryer. She would have been so mad. Every dress that I own, every pair of shorts that I own, all all of that is in my bag. It's a relief to know that they know where the bags are. They're telling us that they know where the bags are. I'm not gonna feel comfortable until they're in my room and I can look and see them, that the bags are here. Because the airline keeps telling us like, oh yeah, it's gonna be here soon, it's gonna be here soon. And they told us it was gonna be here by noon. It is currently 5:30 p.m. And so, yeah, but basically rundown is we got delayed so many times. We thought our bags were lost. They took off without the bags and we landed like almost 3 hours late. And then we just didn't get our bags and we still don't have them. So that's gonna be today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I don't even know, like we still don't have our luggage. So I don't know what's gonna be going on, but hopefully everything works out. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Like honestly, like there's a lot going on right now, but yeah, see y'all later.